What's up, High Speed Daddy family? You don't know me, but you know this guy. This is Craig. Craig is the owner of High Speed Daddy, and we're here. We're here for one of the first times ever live in this beautifully wallpapered Facebook Live. But there's no wallpaper behind you, Craig. What the heck's going on over there?
Oh, the wallpaper behind me. You like that? Yeah, that was a full finished basement as about 2 weeks ago, probably just as the whole COVID-19 thing was kicking off. But yeah, we discovered some water in our basement. When we looked further, we had some mold in our basement. And we decided to do a full mold remediation and demolition of our basement, which was also my office and a family room. And all of this happened at the exact worst time possible.
No way.
But you got to do what you do to be the protector of the family. So
yeah, it's true.
That's what it is.
It's clean though, right? I mean, there's nothing in there.
No, it's bare walls. We had everything spray painted, mold resistant paint, and the floors are just concrete floors. So it's just like being in an unfinished basement. That's all.
Okay, not bad at all. Not bad at all. Well, listen, guys, I know it says Lean Green Dad down there. Like that's my little handle for my little blog thing that I do. But Craig and I, we work together. We've known each other for a long time, and I just figured I'd help him go live. So here we are. We're going live to try to be a resource to you guys. You know, I mean, listen, we're going through this. We're both in the thick of it. Both of us have 3 kids. Craig's younger than mine. Mine are, okay, hold on, 11, 9, and 4, almost 5.
You need to snap that stuff off, man. If Jen knew that you just hesitated with saying that, man, I don't know.
This is how it is. Their ages change. Like right now is when all their ages change because their birthdays are similar months.
I got
I'm like, okay, no, there's no excuse. But usually you're like 2, 4, and 6. You're like, for a long time, a year, it was 4, 6, and 8, right? Now it's not that simple anymore. What are yours, Craig?
6, almost 5, and 21 months.
Okay. See, oh, you're counting months like that?
Okay, almost 2.
Yeah. See, there you go. Come on, it's like 1 or 2. I feel like after 12 months, isn't it? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe 18 months is a big
If you
deal.
ask my wife, and she's going to hold on to this probably forever because all the kids will continue to forever be her babies. I tried calling the little one a toddler, and I got the look like, oh no, she's not a toddler yet. And I'm like, you're right, she's a baby. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna
21 months.
I'm gonna ask this question of our peeps. Okay, guys, how old is a kid that's been alive for 18 months? Okay, are they a year and a half or are they 18 months? I believe that the ladies would call that 18 months, but I don't know. You just said 21 months, so it's really not a man-woman thing. It's kind of like.
Yeah, I don't know. That's how my wife references it a lot. So I kind of do that, or I'm reminded every month on her birthday, the 26th, that she increased in age another month. So, that's why I keep going back to months. But yeah, she's between 1.5 and 2. That's the young one for us.
there are pretty big developmental milestones, I must say, that happen in between those months. So it's a big deal. Anyways, I said we wanted to be a resource, and we really came on. There's this blog post that came out recently over at highspeeddaddy.com. Shameless plug, for the website. But listen, like you're stuck at home with your kids, and so how do you spend quality time with your kids while you're stuck at home? We are here's what you do, stay at home like gurus, but dang it, we're making it. We're figuring this thing out. It's probably going to be this way for
at least another month or 2, probably. So,
I'm
saying at least a month because that's what the president kind of came down with, right? So we should, you have to plan for at least that.
Right, it's true. So I'm very type A. I don't know about you, but I'm like super type A and everything needs to be scheduled. And I have a son that's on the spectrum, major ADHD. And if we don't have a regimented plan for him, he's gonna wig out on us. So
yeah, understood.
What do you do? What do you do for your plan? Like, do you have an hour by hour schedule? How do you do your thing?
I wouldn't say it's hour by hour. It's a little bit more flexible than that, mostly because. So quite frankly, for one, it can be because it's what we're calling a flexible learning schedule with the kids and stuff like that. But there is a somewhat regimented plan as the kids are pretty much waking up at X time. The whole morning time is going to be dedicated to their learning, specifically their schoolwork, that is their learning. So the older two, I got one in kindergarten, I got one in pre-K, and then the 21-month-old just runs around and screams the whole time. And this is also while I'm trying to run the High Speed Daddy business. This is also while my wife, who is a first grade teacher, is trying to instruct her kids and the parents on what to do in her classroom. So she's helping, we're bouncing back and forth. So it's a bit chaotic in the morning, but we make it happen because, quite frankly, you don't have a choice. You just have to do it. And that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it. Get the kids up, get them some breakfast, get them right into schoolwork. And then it's the regimented. We're fortunate enough that the school and the teachers that they have provided some version of lesson plans, some looser than others, things like that.
Yeah.
So, even if you don't have those things, it's reading, writing, arithmetic, right? It's kind of basic three things that try to help them out and learn in some version or fashion. And if they're younger than that or in between, then it's craft time, right? It's different things that you can do with them. And then in the afternoons after lunch, if we're not done with their scheduled work that's in there, then we finish some things up, and then it's kind of free time, play time, get outside, breathe the fresh air, things along those lines. I mean, we do provide some breaks in between. So, if my son's done with arithmetic, take a 10-minute break, then come back, we'll do writing, 10-minute break, something along those lines. Some version of a snack time in between there. And that stuff's kind of flexible. But I agree with you that the more regimented you are with that scheduling, the less chaos that you'll have. And that's not just for the kids, that's for you as well. That puts your brain into a more proactive role than a reactive role, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, your energy will be a lot different. You won't have to worry about, what do I have to do next? It's all spelled out. And that's one of those things, plug for, a guy that I followed, Jocko Willink. He said, discipline equals freedom, right? Mm-hmm. So that's something that he preaches there with scheduling and whatnot.
For me, like, I feel like my kids could watch Netflix all day, every single day, every single second. Mm-hmm. And it's really easy to let them do that. But I try really hard not to. And so I like to consider myself a fit dad, right? You're a fit dad too. You get out there, you care about your body, you care about your fitness as part of being, a protector, a provider. I mean, that's what we do. So for me, we start off the day, everybody wakes up at 8:30, or 8 o'clock, and they eat breakfast. Now they don't have to eat breakfast. I personally don't like eating breakfast before I work out, but my workouts, since we can't go to the gym anymore, like my workouts are totally with my kids. And I have an app, that I use. And this app gives me like a daily workout, and it's a body weight workout, and it's great. And I've got some dumbbells and stuff like that. And so from 8:30 to 9:30, my wife drinks some coffee, has her toast, chills, and I work with the kids. And it's awesome. I mean, it is so awesome. Like the first day they were like, this sucks. This is ridiculous. I don't want to do this. And then I feel like day 2, day 3, day 4, they're starting to respect that daddy's doing this. So I'm going to do this with him. And it was pretty cool. I will say though, hilariously though, with this body weight workout thing, you have to do a handstand. Okay. So you do a handstand and then another member of the family holds your legs. It took my daughter, she's 11. It took her 4 times to be able to hold my legs because they're a little bit heavier. But when she finally did, it was cool. Well, little Parker, my 4-year-old, he came down in his pajama pants, and I'm not going to make him change. Little did I know until I held his little ankles up, he wasn't wearing any underwear. So his pants pulled up and his little buns were hanging out while he was working out. And it was absolutely just one of those awesome, hilarious moments. I mean, we pulled them back up immediately. But those kind of things, silly things like that, acting silly, running around. It was cool. Oh, my wife is here. No, you get to say hi now. Here, say hi to Craig. You're on Facebook Live now with us.
Hey, Jen, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, it's a beautiful day in paradise.
It is gorgeous today, actually. Yeah.
We're all surviving.
Where is Craig?
He's in New Jersey.
New
Jersey. Oh, it's beautiful there too then, huh?
Yeah, not beautiful in the basement that I'm in right now, but I'm looking outside and it's probably about 55 degrees and sunny, so I can't complain about that.
Perfect. I love that. Well, it's nice to see you.
What do you need? Do you need anything from me?
I need a fart machine because we're gonna play a prank.
Yes. Did you ask for a fart machine? No problem. Do you need a remote control? Sure.
That's true. Like,
Excellent.
Oh man. That's appropriate for this
I
Facebook
think
Live
so.
show. So yeah, thanks for interrupting.
Got to keep the kids entertained.
Yeah. Okay, so we're doing. My daughter's outside the window, just cracking up. We're actually going to prank. We have a friend staying. We have a friend staying with us during this, whole COVID thing, and it's April. Oh man, I just heard it. It's April 1st, and
Oh, it's April Fool's.
it has tons of different fart noises. There's like a nice watery one, and then an airy one, and silent but deadly. Like, it's all different types. I used to do it in my workplace. It was great. It's just the kind of guy I am. I would walk by and just be like, I'd press it and just be like, Trudy, what was that? She'd be like, oh, So anyways, totally.
That's what you have to do right now, right? Humor, comedy, things like that, just having fun. It changes the whole dynamic of I'm gonna word this as being stuck at home, but you can look at it two ways, right? You can flip that around and saying you're not just stuck at home, you get to be at home right now. You get to slow down, you get to connect better with your family. And that's what we try to preach here at High Speed Daddy, right? Yeah. And a lot of you that have been following us for years now know that's what our take is on everything, right? So it's a matter of reframing it. Don't get me wrong, like times can get very stressful, like really stressful. And it's a matter of recognizing when you're starting to blow your top and leaning into your partner a little bit and having them recognize that as well to try to help you out. So one thing we do with High Speed Mommy with my wife is, like if I see her starting to get a little aggravated, like I step in as protector of my kids and of my family, of herself, of myself, right? To try to help out and diffuse that situation and let her go blow off steam for a little bit, whether that's she's got to go outside and walk, she needs to do some exercise, she just needs to breathe through it. So, and she recognized the same thing with me, and we're a good kind of match in that aspect that helps and what works, for our household, because having 3 young kids run around, man, it's hectic. It's really hectic. And it's one of those things that you got to try to keep them active. And just like you said, you exercise first thing in the morning with them. We actually have a routine that we do as well. It's in the afternoons. It's a little bit flexible into the afternoon, but we all get together. We do some version of exercise. Sometimes it's following like a T25 or P90X workout, and the kids have fun doing whatever they can. And then, there's also, just doing free weights or whatever that we have laying around, calisthenics and whatnot, or it's being outside, just jumping on a trampoline, going on, we have a little jungle gym, little play set going on that, or running around with a soccer ball and things. As the weather's turning and getting nicer, we can do these. And keeping them active in crafts. What we did today for the first time was printed off some scavenger hunt sheets, and there's tons all over the internet. Just Google scavenger hunt, PDF or something like that. And we did a little outdoor nature scavenger hunt, and another option as the times and the weather's turning is that we just started our gardening season. So, planting seeds for vegetables, getting our garden prepped and ready. So these are all things that you guys could do to try to help, with this being stuck at home or shelter in place. On thing.
Well, and I'm going to post this right now. So on the blog post itself, there's like virtual field trip ideas.
Oh yeah, another good one.
So you could totally check these out. For ideas, I'm going to say for ideas on virtual field trips, check this out. Okay. And then that'll be in the comments for you guys. So go check it out if you're watching on the replay.
There's other places, and Corey, who's down in the Florida area, probably knows about this. Even Disney World is doing virtual rides. So my girls my girls who have been on a Frozen 2 ride a dozen times already. Oh yeah. Amazing. So
where do you go? Where do you do this?
I ask my wife. Well, no, I'm sure it's just through like a Disney.com thing, or we came across a Facebook link or something, but I will send it over to you. We'll also post that in the comments as well. And get that link in there so that you guys can do that also. But there's a lot of places, because those places are shut down now, and they're trying to provide value just like we are during these times. And it's good stuff that's coming out there. A lot of zoos are doing it. We have the tour information in our blog post. So there's a lot of great stuff. If you just have that little initiative to go look for it, it's out there. A lot of that stuff's out there.
how's your? I want to talk about our wives for a second. Like, my wife
Mhm.
works for Disney. She's
Mhm.
been there over 10 years. She's no secret that she's Dory in Finding Nemo the musical. So she's got a pretty cool job. And honestly, we're not sure if the show is going to be around anymore. I mean, it's one of the most expensive shows on property, so you never know, it could close. Whatever. But my wife has been like up and down, like just up and down, right? And I mean, I had like, when this first hit, I was kind of like, just took a second and sat in my office, just paralyzed for a second, as I think most of us are, and some still might be. And just kind of took a breath, and I decided, I think you guys could tell, like, by my personality, like, I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to like, just, I can't do nothing. I feel like I'm always on coffee all the time, even though I don't drink that much coffee. But for me, like, I don't ignore the realness of this. And so my wife has now gone from a full-time worker and a performer who gets her creative outlet outside of the house to a full-time stay-at-home mom. And my job's on the internet. It is rough. My job's on the internet, and my wife and I, neither one of us are, we've always said, like, really cut out to be stay-at-home parents. But like, I'm trying to figure out ways to support my girl, man. Like, I think, like, tonight we're going on a date. Like, we are going to go on a date. Our friend is going to watch the kids, and our date includes walking around the neighborhood holding hands.
Yeah, dude, sometimes that's the best type of dates, right?
It is. And I just threw up. I don't know if you call it throwing in the towel or what. I didn't throw in a towel. That's quitting. But I did throw up a red flag, like, yo, we need to go on a date right now. Because
it's recognizing those signs and triggers, right?
Yeah.
When like things aren't going well, and things are not always rainbows and butterflies, right?
Yeah.
And most of the time, I wouldn't say most of the time, but it's a lot of times that they're not, and it's recognizing those times and trying to, like I said, either reframe or protect each other and recognize like something needs to change. So absolutely, taking your wife on a date, and that doesn't have to be even going outside. That could be the kids are going to bed, and hey, you open up a bottle of wine, Netflix and chill.
Sit on the porch.
Something. Sit on the porch. Whatever you can do, and just talk. Ask questions, and don't jump in to answer back. It's asking questions and genuinely listening.
Yeah.
Right. And just letting them sometimes just purge, vent. What's on their mind.
Yeah.
And that helps a lot.
There's this app called Marco Polo. I don't know if I've told you this, but Marco Polo, you can only record things and they send to the person, and the only choice the person can do is just watch the whole thing without responding. And then they respond at the end. So it's really a nice practice.
Cool.
When I used to travel before all this craziness, she would send me Marco Polos, and I found myself just sitting there listening and appreciating what she was saying. Like, dang, you're pretty, right? And stuff like that. And then I would have my turn to respond. I'm like, just think of real life as a Marco Polo, and you're going to be winning as a guy,
Yeah, absolutely. And what we've done more than a couple times now is using our friends over at Best Self Co. They're a journal company, and I've been using their journals for years now. And my business partner George Bryant is connected in with Best Self Co. They're very good friends with the owners over there, and they have these cards. They're like flash cards called intimacy cards. And there's been more than a couple times we've used them, and really, like, I've been with my wife for 15 years now. There's a couple things that popped out like I never knew about, right? Just ask a question, listen, and just let them talk. And I'm like, whoa. And vice versa, which has only let us connect better, right? And that's what I keep saying, and we'll always keep saying, reference, High Speed Daddy, provide, protect, connect. Just connecting with your family, connecting with your wife's or spouses, your significant others, whoever.
Yeah. I think it's those cards you're mentioning, I have them too, and they're absolutely incredible. For parties too. They're good for parties too. So
yes. Yep.
Anyways. Well, listen, guys, we don't want to stay here like all day, but we do want to let you know that we're here. Like this is awesome. And it's our first time going live, and it's not going to be one of the last. I'll tell you that.
Our commitment to you is that my commitment to you is that we're going to continue to do this on a regular basis.
Yep.
And Corey, I believe how we have it set up now, it's going to be 4 or 4:30
Yeah, every Wednesday. I got to figure out the time. It's going to
Okay.
be 4:30.
Okay. 4:30 every Wednesday. We're going to be doing something. Sometimes Corey will be on. Sometimes I'll genuinely probably always be on. We're going to have George on and, additional guests in the future. And we're going to get that stuff out there to provide value to you guys, because that's what we're here to do, is to help out, right? You're not in any of this alone.
Yeah.
Right. And it's okay to ask for help.
It is. And, there's some resources and some thoughts over at highspeeddaddy.com. Of course, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. If you're watching, thank you so much. And we'll catch you on the other side. Thanks, guys.
Sounds great. Thanks, guys. See you later.